what's up you guys, this is Rob from AGayGuyPlays, and today on the Quick Draw, it's all about scoring that head shot when we take a look at the Vectis Prime. Now, as many of you are probably aware, the sniper category has always been a bit lacking due to Warframe's extremely fast gameplay, with many players favoring run-and-gun tactics as opposed to more calculated engagements. And if that's what you prefer, the Vectis and its Prime variant just won't be for you. However, for those of us who enjoy taking the time to unload the perfect dick shots, the Vectis Prime will be right up your alley. Now, as with all primes, I will be leaving links to the drop tables in the description box below, simply because that shit changes. Shit gets moved, shit gets vaulted, and with the upcoming changes to the star chart, I'd rather not leave anyone confused. However, for those who don't feel like dealing with all that, you can always pick it up pre-built along with the catalyst and weapon slot with Ash Prime access. While it lasts, of course. Now, the Vectis Prime's primary damage type has actually swapped. Originally, it was impact-based followed by puncture. The new Prime variant, however, now features puncture as its main source of damage, followed closely by impact with a reduced amount of slashing. Now, this makes for a fairly potent mix, due to the fact that puncture works quite well against armored and robotic targets, but suffers against shielding, which is exactly where impact comes into play as it receives bonuses versus both types of shields. Regardless, be sure to equip the appropriate elemental combo in order to deal the optimal amount of damage. Now, aside from its damage spread, the Vectis Prime has also received an increase in damage, jumping from 225 to 275, and has had its magazine increase from 1 shot per clip to 2. Now, the increase in damage is great, however, a lot of people are contesting whether the extra bullet in the clip does more harm than good, as it forces you to reload after each shot in order to take advantage of Prime Chamber and Charge Chamber. And in addition, for some reason unbeknownst to me, the ability to perform a manual reload does not work the same on the Vectis Prime. On the original Vectis, you would actually be able to manually reload almost automatically after you fired your shot, as opposed to the Prime variant where the manual reload will only occur after the recoil animation is completed. Now, in all honesty, unless you've got a tightly packed group of enemies, this shouldn't be a massive deal, as you'll need some time to retarget. However, if you're one of the lucky bastards with Prime Chamber, this may actually screw you a little when it comes to damage. Now, for those of you who are new to the wonder and beauty that is the Vectis, let's take a quick look at the mechanics that have not changed with this Prime version. First and foremost, it's a semi-automatic with head scan bullets. This means that its shots have no flight time and will strike the second you hit the trigger. It also features a lower amount of zoom than most sniper rifles, so while you may not be able to get extremely long-range headshots, it will help prevent you from getting motion sickness when constantly swapping between FOVs, which is one of the main issues I had with the Volcar. Statistically, it's got a 25% crit chance and a 2x crit multiplier, making it perfect for a crit-centered build. In order to set off its small magazine, it has a fairly short reload time sitting at just under 1 second. With Prime Fast Hands, you can knock that down to half a second. It's also got a 30% status chance, but really, if you've modded it right, your target should be dead before a single proc goes off. Now, speaking of finishing things off quickly, can we talk? Okay, so in my experience, sniping is a lot like Foreplay. Some people absolutely love it, while some skip it entirely for more aggressive forms of gunplay. However, much like Foreplay, sniping can be extremely effective with a little bit of experience and finesse. In fact, if you do it right, you can get things taken care of without needing to go in for any kind of bang-bang. You grab onto that trigger and you pull it just right and you've got heads exploding all over the place. In fact, you can spend the whole night like that. Getting in there preemptively with a little sniper action can ensure that you don't have to get into the sloppy stuff. Because some nights, you really want to have a burrito or a milkshake, even if you are slightly lactose intolerant. And you don't want to have to worry about someone trying to go all rat-a-tat-tat all up in your ass. With a little bit of sniping, you can knock that shit out before it even gets near the danger zone. Now, digestive problems aside, let's get back to the quick draw. So all in all, while admittedly sniping may not be the speediest form of combat, the Vectis Prime is quite good at what it does. With a little over a 22% boost to its base damage, this should ensure that one-shot kills are still common well into late game. And unless you've got yourself a Prime Chamber, the magazine increase can also come in handy when in a tight situation. Now, in addition to the Vectis Prime's innate V polarity, the Prime variant has an additional dash slot, making it perfect to fill out your elemental combo. Or, if you're like me, tossing in a Prime Fast Hands, because when you unload this quickly, Fast Hands always comes in handy. So, while the Vectis Prime may not be everyone's cup of tea, I can definitely attest that for those who like sniping, this baby will be the right tool to blow your enemies away. So thank you all for watching another episode of The Quick Draw. For an overview of Prime Access, be sure to check out my most recent installment of Fanboy. And if you missed it, I'll also toss up a link for the Xmit palette review. Now, don't forget to do all the things that I ask you to do at the end of every one of these, and as always, stay tuned for more exploding heads here at AGayGuyPlays. Seriously though, with all the time they spend modeling primes, they still haven't managed to put an ass on any of the male Warframes. I mean, look at this. Ash Prime has got a diaper booty without the booty. How is that even possible? I need to talk to someone about this.